Hello and welcome back to Pokémon Violet's Indigo Disc DLC. Yeah, that's the one. For today, we're gonna invite more coaches and keep inviting coaches until they let us trade for their Pokemon, because that's what we need to do to unlock additional coaches. So, who? Oh, we're gonna bring Iono. This will be our third time inviting her, which I believe you only need to invite them 3 times. So the question then is, who do we invite alongside her? And I still wish that inviting a coach was part of Contribute BP, because you have to spend BP to do it anyway. Let's invite someone we haven't had with Iono yet, just to see if there's an interaction. There is not. How sad. Hey, Garnet, you know what I know? Dramatic pause, drum roll, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. I know that you kept your promise to not go collabing with other channels. What a friendo. You're a young, fresh-faced champion. Any channel you collabed with would rake in the views, but you stayed a loyal Iono zoner. I don't know, I've been collabing with my own channel. Hey, Drake Grape. Dares I asks, are you gonna keep on collabing exclusively with me? Yeah, sure. Woo, hot diggity dang. Oh man, I'm so jazzed, I'm on cloud 10 again. No, cloud 11. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking let's seal this exclusivity deal. Contract time has been canceled because I forgot to bring the contract. Oops. So if we can't contract it up, let's con-trade it up. Want to swap some Pokemon? Alrighty then. What'll you gimme for my little Magnemite friendo? You can have an Inkay. There you go. You're down to trade your Inkay for my Magnemite? A champion's Inkay. If I train it up, it'll rake in those sweet, sweet viewer Sorry, I'm just bursting with gratitude. Definitely didn't say whatever someone might think I was saying. Nah. These blueberry kids are big into double battles, huh? Same goes for me. Double battles are deep. They make you think from different angles. 2 Pokemon dropping moves together like they're trading bars. That's my kind of battle. Heck yeah. Huh. Oh, you already know, baby. I'm all for more people being into double battles. It means more chances for me to shine. So I'm going to teach these blueberry babies how the grown-ups do bone-rattling double battles. Okay, now to invite more people. Because we just need to have invited them 3 times, I guess, in order to get their trades. I bet Kofu and Larry have something. So I'll invite Larry now. See if he and Rhyme have an interaction. They do. Thank you for doing business with us regarding the redesign of the Montenevera Battle Court. Oh yeah, I forgot we hired you for that. No sweat, baby. You did right by us, too. That new Battle Court's pitch perfect for live shows and as ghostly as I want her. My sister loved her old Rocky Court, but my Houndstone couldn't burrow into that. Ah, I see. To be honest, though, that project was a huge boon to myself. Without it, I would have landed 0 contracts that year. Bah! You sure you're not a ghost type user, Larry? Sometimes seems like you're barely staying alive. Well then. Oh, you again. I tried out those berry sandwiches we discussed. They were pretty good, actually. A nice change of pace from the usual Paldean sandwiches. Staraptor kept pecking at mine, though. I guess the berries used in the sandwich filling must have been to its liking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on like that. It's just that the best part of traveling is trying out all the local dishes, if you ask me. The topic tends to make me talkative. There's something special about having nice, familiar rice balls once you're back home, too. Nah. Alright, so yeah, dang it. I bet Larry and Kofu have something, considering Kofu prepares food and Larry eats food. Larry, just the foodie I wanted to see. I need your input on something. I'm not sure if I'd call myself a foodie. I wanted to pick your brains about some ideas for a new dish at my restaurant. A new dish, you say? I'd warn against anything gimmicky, since that would only work in the short term. Personally, I think you'd be better off maintaining the high quality of the dishes you already have. But if I must suggest something, I have noticed that the Kofu Lounge lacks options for dessert. Vaultin' Veluza, you make a good point. That's exactly the kind of idea I needed. This place is great, surrounded by the sea and all. Can't imagine a better location. Feeling the sea breeze puts a bit of spring in my step, and in my Pokémons too. That being said, I couldn't help but notice there's a lack of seafood on the cafeteria menu. Don't you think it'd make the students here happy if they could eat their fill of seafood freshly brought in from the ocean on their doorstep? Excellent. Now that I got your endorsement, it's time for old man Kofu to work his magic. Just you wait. The fingerlings here need a proper meal, and the Kofu Lounge is gonna provide it. Dang it. I seriously wish special coaches were under Contribute BP. Now, who else might talk to Kofu? I mean, I think we already did Katie and Kofu together, so... Maybe Brassius has something to say about how avant-garde Kofu's meals are. I just threw my Pokeball at the PC screen accidentally. Brassius, my boy, I see you're still scrawny as a twig. Creating art is an arduous affair. To create a true masterpiece requires sacrifice. It is only natural that it would sap my strength. I see, but hear me out a bit. If you eat good, hearty meals, you'd have more energy to give, am I right? I'm thinking that'd help you make even more of those masterpieces. That is a compelling argument. I recall you are quite gifted in the culinary arts. Could you perhaps make something for me? Just sit tight, my boy. Old man Kofu will get you sorted in no time. You know, it's really struck me, since inviting Brassius here. He's one of those people for whom art is a verb. Like, for him, everything he does is part of the artistic process. No matter how related to his actual art it is. And that's... the fact that he takes everything as part of it is kind of amusing. Apropos of nothing, Garnet, I must ask. There's another famed artist here in the Unova region. Do you know of him? Of course I do. Oh, how broad and rich your education is. Yes, I suspected you would already know. It's Berg. I speak of that famous I speak of that famed painter of bug Pokemon, whose works have such depth and pathos. I find myself quite curious about him, as it seems that we may be alike in temperament. We both strive to propel ourselves to the height of artistic creation by focusing on a single type. I have heard he maintains a gallery of his work in Castelia City. Perhaps I shall pay it a visit. Oh. You know, these two are both artists of a sort. So I'm willing to bet they have an interaction. Gracias and Rhyme. So let's bring Rhyme back and then we can get the trade done with her. They don't talk to each other. How sad. Hey, Garnet, relax a minute and talk with me. Listen, for real, I'm grateful you called me out here to Blueberry Land. I get mad energy from being surrounded by kids. All their spirit powers me up. You surprised to hear I like having kids around? Nah. Because kids are the most likely to take ghosts seriously and treat them as actually spooky. Huh, that's sweet of you, baby. You think I look like a nice old DJ G Ranma? I used to have a rough time dealing with kids, but ever since becoming a grandparent, I've softened up to those little ones. You know, you're about the same age as my grandkids. Makes this old softy's eyes well up, seeing you work so hard. But this tender talk ain't my style. I'll leave you terrified, not teary-eyed. Ha ha! Time to bring the tempo back up. I know what we can do to get things hopping. What you say to some Pokemon trading, little champ Garnet? I'll trade you the one, the only, DJ G-Rave. How's that for a drop? Show me what you got. Wait, I thought DJ G-Rave was important to your whole show. Why are you so willing to give him up? Oh, by the way, I got 2 shiny Delibirds from the special outbreaks that are going on right now. One of them was literally in the very first group of spawns in the very first outbreak I checked. And you know what? Let's actually not give her that one specifically. We'll give her a ghost, though. I bet she'd appreciate a ghost. There you go. That's a good ghost for you. Here you go. Have a ghost. Sure you're good to trade your Zorua for DJ G-Rave? DJ G-Rave better be nicknamed. It's not even nicknamed. Come on. Thanks for taking the plunge. That trade was fun. I'll train this one a ton till it's grade A1. For real, I'll take good care of it, body and soul. It'll be a real double battler soon. Yeah, honestly, Rhyme, you could use Hisuian Zorua or Zoroark. Because they're kinda, you know, immune to one of your type's main weaknesses. Well, at least we can actually apply the nickname. Because he should have had this already. Like, seriously. If she's gonna be giving it a nickname while trading it over to us, why would it not come with that nickname, huh? Okay, who might talk to Rhyme? They both live in cold places. They're practically neighbors. You know that weird sushi joint we got up in Montenevera, High Roller? Yeah, I know the place. Never been, though. Well, everyone I see go in there to eat comes out looking like they got one foot in the grave. Oof, that sushi's gotta be some kind of terrible if that's the case. You said it, baby, so how about we go check out exactly what kind of terrible it is? I'll be honest, I don't get how you went from it must be terrible to we should go check it out. I gotta taste the fear, Grusha. Ain't that what fear's for? Is that how it works? Well, why not, I guess. Let's check it out when I'm feeling up to it. You, huh? Have you been to the polar biome in the terrarium? That place is pretty impressive. The snow's so soft and powdery, I can't believe it's artificial. Plenty of straight slopes and lots of curves too. It's perfect for snowboarding. Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I can't help but check out the slopes when I see snowy mountains. Old habits die hard. This academy's something else though, huh? Building a mountain like that on school grounds. Yeah, I guess. Okay, who might talk to him? Larry? This'll get us our trade with Larry as well, so, hey. Nope, they do not talk to each other. By the way, have you had a chance to visit the cafeteria here at Blueberry Academy? It's pretty nice, isn't it? They season the food with a heavy hand, which the students here prefer, I suppose. But the sheer quantity is what's truly noteworthy. The mountain of fries you get when you order the Academy fries nearly made me dance. Wish I could have seen that. If you haven't tried it for yourself, I would definitely recommend it. You know, I didn't expect you to pay so much attention to my ramblings. You really are a strange one, aren't you? Well, that suits me just fine. Maybe you'd even be interested in trading Pokémon with me. I'll be putting up a Dunsparce, but you can trade whatever Pokémon you feel like. Yeah, Outlander, and I wish I could have seen him nearly dance. You know what type of Pokemon I think Larry could stand to have? Why, I think he could stand to have a Hisuian Zorua. After all, it's immune to one of his nothings, actually. Well, actually, yeah, it is immune to one of his type's typical weaknesses. So there you go, Larry. Have a Zorua. Do you want to trade your Zorua for my Dunsparce? Now, here's the question. Is it gonna be 3-segment? It is not. That would have been too easy. A Zorua. Interesting. This will be fun to raise. Thank you for the trade. Oh. We can invite new people. Ah, all of the instructors, I see. But who might talk to Larry? They're both members of the Elite Four, so Hassel might talk to Larry. Greetings, I am Hassel, the art teacher at Uva Academy, as well as a member of the Elite Four. It is such a pleasure to be able to meet all the fine students at Blueberry Academy. They talk to each other, excellent. But also, I kind of want to try every combination of special coaches so that I can just see every interaction. The problem is the fact that you can't like tell one of them to stick around while you hire or while you call in a whole bunch of others is going to make it a real pain to try and do that. Because like say if I wanted to see Larry's interaction with everyone, I would like for Larry to just stick around, but as soon as I summon a second coach after Larry, they replace Larry. Honestly, Larry, always with the poor attitude. Is some enthusiasm too much to ask for? Larry? Larry, are you even listening to me? If I answer honestly, will it make you angrier? What do you mean? Being honest is commendable. Why, it may help calm me down rather than make me angrier. Well, I was asleep just now, actually. Rah! Ah, young Garnet, so you are the one who invited me here. To think that in the brief time since I last saw you, you'd gained such an important role at this school. It's so surprising, and I'm so happy for you. I just... I'm very close to tears, but I'll do my best to hold it in for now. I don't want to scare all the other students here, after all. Say, young Garnet, would you be willing to have a battle with me? I'm excited to learn just how strong you've become. I've gotten super strong now that I've got a Metagross on my team. It's the best morale boost I could ask for. I see you've also upgraded your team with some of the locals. Wow, I bet you feel like that Draco Meteor was super worth it. Yeah, getting to invite back all of these characters and get actual new interactions with and between them, while also getting new endgame battles, it's great. This DLC brought pretty much exactly the type of post-game that I've been wanting out of Scarlet and Violet. Be nice if there was also a battle tower. But hey, we got good stuff here. I thought clear body... Oh, it's got mold breaker. That's why clear body didn't prevent the attack drop. Well, we must still pretend that set battle mode is a thing. I wish that they would have made it a thing. But no, we must pretend. And even with our attack drop, as long as we survive whatever the Noiverns are going to do, that thing should go down immediately, because Noiverns aren't exactly bulky. Well, if it's choosing to just cut our HP in half, yeah, we're gonna survive that. A painting isn't finished until the final brushstroke. Let's complete our work together. Oh, you know what? That's right, he's the art teacher. That means we have to call Brassius back next. Metagross. That's why I use Meteor Mash instead of Ice Punch. Just because I like to click Meteor Mash. So now... let's Moonblast it. Pretty sure this can take that. Yeah, and now this Moonblast is pretty much a guaranteed KO. The mighty dragon has been felled. When I faced you at the Pokémon League, your strength was a work in progress. You still held potential that had yet to be fully realized. But now, it has become so unshakable. You've come so far. I just can't. Oh. Cool, we can be moved to tears now. I hope you continue on your path with a sense of freedom and humility. Let's actually try that out. Oh, I can't use emotes here? Oh, now I can. I feel like this could use more animation. Like, yeah, we've got the hand over our face, but this doesn't say moved to tears. This just says, I am pretending to be moved to tears. But it's specifically a pose for the camera. Needs more animation. Because, like, the Charizard pose, at least that has an animation to enter the pose. Like, why is the Charizard pose the only one of these? Well, okay, Charizard pose and whoa. Okay, and cheers. So, like, these ones, I guess, get animation. And Charizard pose gets animation, but then the rest of these are just like, snap into it. And only breathing animation. Alright, let's get Brassius back in here. And we do, in fact, get a conversation. Thank you so much for your kind participation in my class the other day. Well, it would be unimaginable to turn down a request from my dear old Hass. You know, I imagine you would make a fine teacher in your own right, Brassy. No, never. These impressionable youths would be too great a burden for me. Taking on the responsibility for such young, budding lives, it is a weight I could not bear. Indeed, being a teacher means shouldering the weight of that responsibility. I admit it's not easy. But that is why watching the growth of my students makes me cry tears of joy. Truly, you were born to be a teacher, my dear Hass. I visited the gallery of that famed painter I spoke of before, the one in Castelia City. It was truly avant-garde. There was silk like tarantulas spun into masterful sculptures that whisk one around like fantastic elevators. I rode up and down countless times for the sheer joy of it, which means that this takes place after Black and White 2. Because in Black 1 and White 1, his gym was more about walking through walls of sticky honey. Whereas the Black 2 and White 2 gym was the one that you got carried up and down by silk. Upon which I gradually became all tangled up in the webbing and was transformed into a cocoon. That's right, before I even realized what was happening, I myself had become a part of the fibrous art. It was wondrous. Yes, you and I truly understand one another. You should come join me as an apprentice in the future, Garnet. I'll teach you all I know. I thought you, couldn't stand the pressure of shouldering the weight of impressionable youth's futures, though. You know, now that I think back on my visit, that gallery had no paintings on display. Was it truly an art gallery at all? Ha ha ha, I suppose it matters not. Talking to you, Garnet, is a pleasure regardless. One that makes me forget time is even passing. I imagine you must feel the same. And for such a like-minded ally in art, I have a proposal to make. Would you like to engage in an artistic exchange of Pokémon with me? Sure. Very good, Garnet Guard. I will offer up one of my Sunflora. How will you meet such a challenge? You know what? Dude likes art. And every Sinistra I've gotten from... well, this one's actually got no good speed. I might want to keep that one. But I'm pretty sure that somewhere in here I have a Sinistra that I don't need that is in fact a masterpiece form or whatever it is. So yeah, there you go, bud. Will you exchange your Sinistra for my Sunflora? As far as I can tell, 6-star Sinistra raids are just always the masterpiece form. Maybe it's 50-50 and I've just been lucky. Maybe it's less and I've just been insanely lucky. But as far as I can tell, all 6-star Sinistras are masterpieces. In my experience. Sinistra, what a beguiling choice. I can feel inspiration welling up within me. Your eye for beauty delights me once again. See, he likes it. I bet he'd have said the same thing about literally any Pokemon, though. Okay, who else might talk to Brassius? Not anyone in Contribute BP, that's for sure. I don't think we've had Brassius and Katie at the same time. Well, they're standing next to each other. Oh, I guess maybe I have had them at the same time, and they already spoke. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Hey Garnet, guess what? Not too long ago, I was taking a nice stroll through this school's wonderful terrarium, and I just so happened to run into an adorable little bug-type Pokemon. It was a small thing and so cute. Not only was it a bug-type, but it was an electric type too. You wouldn't happen to know its name, would you? Joltik. Yes, I think you're right. Its cry sounded like Joel, Joel, too. And it seems like this is a bug Pokemon that can't be found in Paldea. How interesting. Maybe I'll use that cute little Joltik as inspiration for some new sweets. On the subject of people who like sweets. I have arrived. You may call me Mr. Saguaro. I look forward to working with you. All right, they do in fact talk. Oh, if it isn't my favorite customer, Mr. Saguaro. I just adore that adorable apron of yours. Thank you, it's my pride and joy. I spent a lot of time getting Jigglypuff's face just right. Oh, and your arms are so big, you must be a fiend with a whisk. I've always put on muscle easily. Is this going somewhere? Why don't you come by Patisserie Soapberry sometime and put those muscles to use? Employees get to eat the sweets for free. Free sweets, you say? What a tantalizing proposition. Alas, I have duties to attend to at the academy. Get it together, Saguaro. Don't give in. So it was you who called me here, Miss Garnet. I had heard that an extraordinary exchange student making a name for themselves here was tasked with gathering talent. I was curious to see what kind of student could earn such high renown. But well, now that I find you here, it all makes sense. I know, right? You have a sense of humor about all this, don't you? A key to your success, no doubt. Seeing a student of mine achieve such great things brings me joy. I'll do my best here to try and match your own accomplishments. Hey, guard. Oh, are you interested in battling me, champion? Yes, of course. Let's battle. I won't hold back. Well, good news, guard. You don't have to worry about having any of the DLC's actual story spoiled. I'm doing side content now. Rude. Okay, so his first Pokemon was something cute. His second Pokemon is gooey. His third one is sweet. Or at least involved with sweets, because honey. Okay, his fourth one is fish, and therefore edible? just trying to figure him out. This is the first time we've gotten to battle him as far as I'm aware, or as far as I can recall. And with him being the home ec instructor, and he teaches about the making of sandwiches, and he has a sweet tooth. Just trying to figure it out. So, alchemy, that one's pretty easy. It is a sweet. It's also just disintegrated under a meteor mass. And this last one, I guess, is cute. Hey, Curbster. So you're turning it pure fairy then? That's my guess. Yep. Turning it pure fairy. Well, it's not going to enjoy this meteor mash then. Well, Saguaro, you almost managed to see a Pokemon other than my Metagross. What incredible growth you've shown. I thought I had trained plenty enough. But I should expect no less from a champion. Your potential for growth is unparalleled. You must be tired after battling. Take these. Ooh. Sour foods do wonders for exhaustion. Okay. Of these remaining 4 that I have yet to get trades with, I think Kofu is the most likely to have something to say to a fellow maker of edible things. And yep, we got a conversation. Please do pardon my forwardness, but you have quite an impressive physique. Why, you don't look too shabby yourself. You do some kind of sport, or? I dabbled in wrestling during my school days. You? Vault and Veluza. Wrestling, eh? I do a bit of sumo now and then myself, just as a hobby, you see. Oh, sumo, you say? Quite impressive. Oh, it's nothing. With that physique, it's no wonder. There you are. I've got some news that's sure to rock your boat. This old man's managed to land a collaboration between the Kofu Lounge and the Blueberry Academy cafeteria. Of course, we only just settled on the deal. It'll take some time before things really get going. My first order of business is to rework the Kofu Lounge's house special hot pot a bit. Make it more suited to the students here. What, does that mean you're gonna, like, put donuts and stuff in it? Because everything in the cafeteria here is sweet. They need something with, like, actual nutrition content. Growing kids deserve the best food, after all, and they're not getting it here. Heh, look at old Kofu. I was just doing what came naturally, and now here I am teaching nutrition. What a catch. Thanks to your calling me here, I get to learn alongside the kids. I'm in your debt, kid. What do you say we go with the flow and trade Pokemon while we're here, eh? Gah! Well, I'll be letting loose my Veluza. How about you, Garnet? You can have this extra Poplio. You want to trade your Poplio for my Veluza? I kind of wish I had given Iono something more thematic. Because I've been doing that for everyone else. But Iono, I just gave her, like, the first thing I saw. A lively Poplio! What a great catch! Don't you worry, this old man's gonna take real good care of this darling. Oh, I can invite more people now. Ah, the other two members of the E4. Kind of interesting that they put them before these folks. And yet they unlock after. Okay, so who is likely to talk to Kofu? I mean, we'll get a trade out of him regardless, and maybe he and Kofu will talk about the finer points of putting fish on ice? Nope. I just came back from climbing that big mountain in the polar biome. Citadel and the rest were all hyped to be on a mountain other than Glaciado. I guess it rubbed off on me. I just couldn't resist, and, well, I had a few runs on my board. Oh, the snow was good. Yeah, real good. I hadn't boarded in a long time, so I think I got a bit too fired up. You know, I'd made up my mind that I wouldn't snowboard anymore. But maybe I can from time to time, just when I'm here. Yeah, I'm weak-willed. Sorry. Dude, there's nothing wrong with doing something you enjoy. Like, if you can do it without hurting yourself, have at it. But if I'm gonna be uncool, I might as well lean into it. I've got another tiresome idea. What do you say we trade Pokemon? Oh, you seriously want to? Well, okay. I'll be trading a Citadel. What'll you pick? How interesting would it be if the Pokemon that you could get from these trades were not shiny locked? You know what, guy? You strike me as the type of guy who could use a Frigibax, or rather a Baxcalibur, on your party. Alright, my Citadel for your Frigibax then. A Frigibax. Yeah, that's not bad. It'd be way uncool if I raised your Pokemon poorly. I'll make sure to take good care of it. Okay, who might talk to Grusha? They've both been people in the public eye. And yet... I'm absolutely thrilled you invited me back. By the way, Garnet, do you remember what line of work I'm in? I kind of want to say this one. I kind of want to say it real badly. But no, I'll do what I'm expected to say. Perfecto, you got it. I'm a makeup artist. Along with, of course, modeling on the side, and gym leading on the other side. Not many people here know me, but when I tell them what I do, they perk right up. As well known as the name Tulip is in Paldea, here no one knows me from the next flower. I've got to find a way to tastefully bottle the secret to my beauty. I'd love it if anyone in the world could just buy the total package. Was hoping these two would have a conversation, but nope. Oh, Garnet, I've got a little pop quiz for you. Do you think you can guess which Pokemon from the terrarium newly joined my team? I mean, you liked Joltik, so you probably went back to get one, right? Oh no, that's not quite right. Go on, think a little harder. Ding, ding, ding. You are correct, correct, correct. My, you must have been keeping a close eye on me. I mean, was I? It was my second guess, and of the 3 options, only 2 of them were in the terrarium. Araquanid is a water type, you know, and it lives near bodies of water. Why don't you try to find it the next time you're taking a stroll through the terrarium? I mean, I've already found plenty. Thanks to you calling me here, I was able to meet new bug Pokemon. I'm so happy. Do you fancy becoming a bug Pokemon enthusiast yourself, Garnet? No. Not really. Like, there's a couple bugs that I do like. But there are very few bugs that I like and would be willing to use on a team, because most bugs just don't have what it takes. But, like, Scizor I like. Cleavor's a maybe, but not as good as Scizor. Golisopod is really cool, though it's not fantastic in battle because of its unfortunate ability. I do really like Galvantula. Galvantula is great. And Volcarona is pretty cool too. Come on, let's trade and get you a whole bunch of bug Pokemon to train up. What do you mean a whole bunch? You're giving me exactly 1. Wonderful. I have a Combee to trade. What about you, Garnet? This better be a female Combee. Okay, that one's in a Dream Ball. I'm not going to give that one up. No, I'm not going to give her a Silver or a Slitherwing. If I was in Scarlet version, I absolutely would give her a Slitherwing. But I am not playing Scarlet right now, and therefore I don't have a Slitherwing to spare. But you know what? She likes Joltik, and she did not go catch one. Therefore... You're sure you want to trade your Joltik for my Combee? Okay, good, it's female. A Joltik, how adorable, thank you. I'll see that it undergoes a lovely metamorphosis. Would she have said the same thing if I gave her a non-bug type that wouldn't evolve? Okay, who might talk to her? Well, I bet Poppy's a fan. I got an invite, so here I am. Poppy of the Paldea Elite Four, at your service. Okay, this is the first time we've seen one talking with a club member. Wait, what's a little girl doing here? I'm Poppy, nice to meet you. Oh, yes, it's very nice to meet you. You're such a well-mannered child. I'm an Elite Four member, too. I'm here as part of my job. What? A child like you is... But you're just too cute. Do you want some juice, Poppy? Or maybe a cookie? Do you like cookies? I love cookies. I'll gladly have some. I'm glad that there are at least some interactions with the actual club members. Hi, miss. I'm here. Some nice people from the league flew over with me to make sure I got here okay. This is my first time in another region. I really want to go play, but I know I'm here to teach the blueberry people about Pokemon, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I got this. Ooh, do you want to have a Pokemon battle with me? Probably shouldn't have Metagross out front, but whatever. He did Nose Earthquake. Yay, I'm not going to hold back at all, okay? Behold, the only member of any Elite Four that is more powerful than their own region's champion. Well, Bronzong I don't really have anything for. Unless it's one of those non-levitating Bronzongs. They do have 2 possible abilities, right? But this one levitates. And it quakes back, which means I am going to not swap to Arcanine. Basculegion's a decent choice. Komodo is perhaps a better choice, though. That's not pleasant. Thankfully, playing her a soul raises our defense. You're sending Bastiodon out against a fighting type that uses special attacks. I can't say I understand the strategy, but... Oh, and then you use Reflect. Truly, Poppy here is employing some next-level tactics. Two sturdies in a row. Oh, now we got the light screen. Okay, Corviknight we cannot be super effective against, which is unfortunate. Plus, we got both screens up, so let's waste a turn. Yeah, go ahead. Do your physical defense all you want, bud. And kill a turn so that light screen goes away. Oh, you're going to defeat me, but I need my feet. Unfortunately, we can't be super effective against this thing either, and it can be quadruply effective against us. But I'm just going to sit here and take it. Or wait, I can be super effective against it because it's going pure steel type. Honestly, Poppy, I think you would have been better off not doing that. In fact, you definitely would have been better off not doing that. Ah! I wanted to defeat you in an avenge match. But I won't cry. I'm an Elite Four member after all. You beat my Tinky, so you get some candies. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a candy too, and try even harder next time. And just real quick, I'm gonna leave and come back just in case Poppy does have something to talk with Katie about. Nope. Alright, good to know. And now to finish off the first 8 that we were able to summon. And they do not talk to one another. Do you remember the promise you made me, Garnet? Yes, definitely for sure. But do you remember? Tell me what it is. Good on you, holding on to the advice your elders give you. When you promised to never fade away to show me how far your talent can go, I never even dreamed you'd follow through this beautifully. I'm absolutely shook, darling. You could come work for my company when you grow up, you know. With your talent, you could aim for the very top. I'd hire you, I promise. I mean, it's nice to know that we've got a guaranteed job lined up for us. But I want to keep my options open, okay? I'm still young. I don't need a final answer just yet. I think we should do something special to commemorate this new promise I've made you. What would be a fitting way to make this memory pop? I know, why don't we trade Pokémon? I hoped you'd say yes. I'm willing to trade you my little Flittle. Who would you trade? Well, let's see. Who would I trade? Oh, you know what? You could use not that Milcery, because that one's got a mark. And I don't know that I actually have any others that I can justify trading. You can have a Tinkatink. That would actually be pretty decent, considering your team of fairies lacks resistances to poison. You're willing to trade your dear Tinkatink for my little Flittle? Oh, right, she uses Psychic, not Fairies. Whatever, I don't care anymore. She's got a Gardevoir, that's a fairy. Oh, your aesthetic sense is simply stunning. What a sweet choice Tinkatink is. I'll take it under my wing and mentor it with loving care. Hey, we can invite more people. We can invite more person. Well, let's invite the least potent champion the series has ever seen. So this is the club room where this academy's most skilled trainers gather. Thank you for your kind invitation, Champion Garnet. It's an honor to be here. Let's see if you've gotten any better, huh? Not gonna get completely shut down by a Skeledirge this time, are you? I'm not gonna find out because I didn't bring one. But still, you got shut down by Skeledirge before. One of the starters was able to be super effective against your entire team using only stab moves. Don't you think that's a little bit of a problem for a champion to have? I've been informed about your impressive work as the Alfornata gym leader, Miss Tulip. Ooh, someone's got an ear to the ground. But anyway, yes, I'm a firm believer in not slacking on what needs doing. How very admirable, particularly since you are no doubt busy with your regular vocation. Well, I think you would know all about being busy, wouldn't you, Geeta? In fact, I was thinking, why not just keep outsourcing your gym inspections to Garnet from now on? She did a really excellent job of it. To champion Garnet, I would be only too happy to do so. Okay, yeah, I guess Lance and Trace were worse, but still. Geeta is the worst champion the series has seen who did not have any other position than champion. Trace had the whole rival thing going on, and Lance had been an Elite Four member before, and he was better as an Elite Four member, which is still hilarious. Unfortunately, I do not have too much time. Let us put it to good use together. Oh no, my battery. Oh hey. Now we're framed. Busy or not, refusing an invitation from you was out of the question, Champion Garnet. Do not worry too much, though. I had business with the Unova Pokemon League, as well as some matters to address with Director Serrano. This is also an excellent opportunity to recruit new young talent to come to Paldea. With all that in mind, your invitation actually came at quite an opportune moment. Ah, by the way, Miss Breyer informed me that your presence was invaluable for her expedition to the Area Zero Underdepths. This club room is a little too public to discuss the matter here, but please give me the details later. If you have a moment, would you care to battle me, Champion Garnet? Geeta says she doesn't have much time. Geeta, the very next time you press the A button. Hey, do you want to battle? Only if you have time. Wonderful. Let us make our way over to the Academy's entrance then. Alright, Geeta, you better not be just completely using Pokemon that get destroyed by only a Skeletor. Please. Please have a more varied set of weaknesses throughout your team. Okay, leading with Glamora, as always. Ooh, I got bad news for your Glamora there, Geeta. As much as I want to Meteor Mash it. Earthquake is quadruply effective. And more accurate. Using Light Screen against Metagross is not likely to pay off very often, Geeta. But yeah, it is nice that she leads with Glamora instead of ending with it now. It lets Toxic Debris actually get some value. Okay, we got Avalugg next. That's another thing that's weak to Skeledirge. Well, actually, Glamora is not weak to Skeledirge, but it is weak to Avalugg, or Metagross. Metagross, Avalugg damage do. Glamora also damage. Word's good. Alright, we still got a Spathra in here. Still weak to Skeledirge. Not weak to Metagross, though. But here's the secret. Almost everything is weak to Meteor Mash. That's just how it goes. Dragapult. Still weak to Skeledirge. So 150, yeah, that's better than Meteor Mash. Also, I literally do not remember most of her champion team, so differences will be difficult for me to spot. Well, Chestnut is new. Still weak to Skeledirge. And in fact, cannot touch Skeledirge with either of its stabs. Now watch it use Spiky Shield right here. Yep. I should have opened with Earthquake, expecting that. Alright, Gita, what have you saved for last? King Gambit. Still weak to Skeledirge. Oh, but using King Gambit last, that is actually at least somewhat scary. Okay, so the light that shines on all who reach the pinnacle, does that mean you're making it Steel type, or are you making it Stellar type? Ah! Actually a smart move. Well, goodbye, Metagross. Congrats, Gita. You have gotten to see a second one of my Pokemon. Though it's kind of funny to think about the fact that if I had used Ice Punch, she might not have gotten to see a second one of my Pokemon. Okay, actually, with that having been a super effective stab, she would have still gotten to see my Arcanine. Well, congratulations, Gita. You're a little better than you used to be. You still need to look out for Skeledirges, though. Because, 4 of your Pokemon are weak to Skeledirge's stabs. It would be 5 if you didn't Terrastalize King Gambit into Flying type. May this light shine forever. What a choice to have the region's champion be so weak to one of the starters. Magnificent as always. I see you've continued to hone your skills. That settles it for me. I no longer have any doubts about my decision. There is something I very much wish for you to have. Oh, your gloves? I hope you think carefully about why I chose to give you those. I kind of want to check them out, but I also don't want to go into my clothing screen because buying all of the clothing in Paldea kind of filled it up. It's hard to find things now. And as much as I do want to keep on going for more trades as fast as possible, we know that Larry and Gita have a conversation together, and therefore we must. Because Larry content is the best content. You seem to be enjoying this business trip, Larry. Huh? Well, I suppose. It's part of my job, after all. I see. So you would happily travel anywhere as long as it was for your job? What? No, that's not... As it just so happens, we've decided to send a Paldea League representative to a competition being held in a certain region. I took the liberty of recommending you for the role, Larry. What did I deserve? What did I do to deserve such a lovely boss? Are they doing another Pokemon World Tournament in Gen 10? Is that what just got announced here? I think that's what just got announced here. We're doing another Pokemon World Tournament in Gen 10. It's gonna be great. It's gonna have Larry in it. And it's gonna be a Pokemon World Tournament in Gen 10 in a region that we haven't had specified yet, which means it's not Unova, because we're in Unova right now, and they would have said in Unova if it was gonna be in Unova, but she said in a specific region, which means Gen 10 in a new region with Pokemon World Tournament and Larry. I'm sad he doesn't get any new one-on-one dialogue after the trade happens. Alright, since we've got Larry here... he talks to Rika, so let's bring Rika. Hiya, Garnet. Rika here, at your service. Glad to be working with you. Come on, Larry, you gotta project more. Let's start with a simple enunciation exercise. Unique Unova. You know you need Unique Unova. Unique Unova. You know you need Unique Unova. What was that? It's like you're not even trying. Correct. I wasn't trying. Ooh, the nerve. I swear, you're in for another lecture from Hassel. So all I have to worry about is a scolding? Let me know when my job's at stake. Wow, Larry. Hassel, you gotta come tag in for me. I've had it with this guy. I'm not gonna lie, Garnet. Didn't expect I'd be getting this invite from you. Getting this invite from you. Just couldn't get enough of old Rika, eh? Exactly. Yup, that was definitely why. It's not that I couldn't get enough of having people talk to Larry. Nice. It's good to be honest. I don't mind the attention either. Anyway, let's get down to business. You want me to bring some liveliness to the academy, right? Nobody's better at livening up a place than old Rika. You just leave this to me. What's up, kiddo? In the mood for a battle? Hope you're ready for a pummeling, then. You better go all out. Oh, she uses ground types, doesn't she? My team doesn't deal with ground types too well. But we'll still give it a shot. Oh, we get to hear the actual Elite Four music! I'm so glad I get to hear actual Elite Four music. We already did for Poppy, but still, like, it just struck me that unlike when I went through the Elite Four during my initial playthrough, when the music was bugged to only do the initial loop, we get to actually hear it. Well, Torterra definitely doesn't like ice punches. As far as I can tell, they just did not give the coaches Pokemon held items. Which for post-game content is kinda sad. As is the fact that they're single battles while all other battles at Blueberry Academy are doubles. Like, that part of the rematches is disappointing. It would have been cool if they gave them all double battles and gave them held items so that they actually use strategies, but like, I guess it was too much to ask. At least we got all of the actual, like, conversation content. Which is honestly what has me more interested in this post-game content. It's... They put effort in what they needed to, I guess. Okay, I don't like to see a camera up here. Don't like it one bit. But we've got Scald. The crit was unnecessary. You'd be better off keeping your poison typing here, just saying. Just saying. Aw, no burn. Can't you go easy on me for once? No. How do you manage to get even better at battling than before? No way I can beat you. Guess that's what it takes to catch the boss's attention like you have, eh? Well, you beat Ulrika, which means you deserve something special. Oh. I'm not gonna stay down, you know. You're in for a nasty surprise if you think I'll just keep losing. I don't know, I think you're gonna have to vary your team if you want to win. Just saying. So, since she was talking about how she needed to tell Hassel about how Larry was acting, let's bring Hassel in. Whenever I'm deeply moved, I can't help myself. The tears just flow like waterfalls. Aw, but that's a good thing. It means you've got a warm, caring heart, I think. Ah, but I do waste so much time crying. If it weren't for you, we'd never be able to finish any elite test. Oh, don't worry about it. I love talking and keeping things moving and all that. Is that so? I'm a little surprised. I'd have thought such duties would be painful for you. After all, you are normally rather prone to clowning around. Wait, clowning around? I'm the only member of the Elite Four that gets anything done. Well then. So, Hassel, what does Gita think about how you cry all the time? Hassel, is there anything troubling you regarding the day-to-day operations of the League? Anything troubling me? Well, the bell that tells us when it's time to enter the Elite Test Room has been broken for a while. It would be nice to get that fixed. Ah, yes, it's been several months since it broke now, hasn't it? I apologize for the inconvenience. I've already contacted the repair crew, but their schedule is unfortunately completely full. I suppose everyone is very busy nowadays. It's not a high priority, to be honest. We just shout to the next Elite Four member when it's their turn to battle. It's just that... Say no more, Hassel. The problem is Larry, correct? I like how he just nodded in silence. I can't express how pleased I am to have this opportunity to teach at another school. Although I wonder, what does this academy need of me? Am I here in my capacity as an art instructor or as a member of the Elite Four? Considering you were invited to the Pokemon League Club... Ah, I should have known. That would explain the lukewarm reaction I got when I held an art lecture. You know, I have heard that Blueberry Academy places a strong emphasis on the study and practice of Pokemon battles. I think that for my next lecture, I will invite Professor Gibble and do something a little bit more hands-on. Thank you for your input. Good day to you, Champion Garnet. I was just musing about potentially recruiting new talent. I would very much appreciate your input. Could you perhaps recommend a trainer from Blueberry Academy whose talent you felt to be noteworthy? I mean, even Drayton says that he can't beat her when it comes to skill. And, like, Kieran's got some real... He's a fragile type of guy. He's got some things he's got to work through before I feel good recommending him. So, yeah, Carmine is, according to Drayton, more skilled than him, and Drayton is apparently the most skilled of the Elite Four. So yeah, Carmine. Definitely using other people's logic and reasoning to choose the best option, and not just choosing the one that I like the best. Yup. Ah yes, Carmine. She was part of the expedition to the Underdepths, wasn't she? She has also accompanied Miss Breyer on other extracurricular excursions. Such experience is of great value. And she has strong ties to you. We may be able to convince her to move to Paldea. Also, she recommended me to come here, so, like, I'm repaying the favor. It's the whole connections thing. I had gathered information using my own sources, of course. But your input is much appreciated, Champion Garnet. It was most informative. I bet Gita has something to say to Clavel. Do forgive the intrusion. Director Clavel of Uva Academy, at your service. Gita does not have something to say to Clavel, but she does have something to say to Drayton. I'm pleased to meet you properly. Drayton, progeny of a long line of dragon-type users, if I'm not mistaken. Hang on, pretty sure I never mentioned that to you. I beg your pardon. But I am curious, what do you see yourself doing in the future, Drayton? I doubt I'm the guy you want to ask about future stuff. All I really care about is enjoying the here and now. So if you're scouting out new league members, you may want to bark up another tree. You see through my intentions, apparently. I suppose your free-spirited nature is part of what makes you so strong. I've heard all about your adventures here from Director Serrano. As I understand it, you've already battled your way to the top of the League Club and played a major role in an out-of-school expedition. As your director, I could not be more proud. But still, I should like to hear your thoughts. How has life at Blueberry Academy been treating you? It's so much fun. They've got a better uniform than our school does. And also, the terrarium is, like, actually contained. You're not asking... They don't ask their students to go travel around all of Unova. Just on their own, unsupervised. In a completely unregulated environment. Just saying, there's something to be said about using self-contained, man-made, controlled environments. That warms my heart to hear. I'm so glad you were able to come here to study. I'll be staying here for a while as a special coach, so feel free to come and chat anytime. Oh, would you like to challenge me to a battle, Miss Garnet? Well then, I humbly accept. Not as your director, mind you, but as a fellow Pokémon trainer. Got an Oranguru out front. Speaking of Oranguru, I've been playing through my copy of Scarlet in English so that I can get the new Scarlet things, Paradox Pokemon. And literally less than an hour before this stream, I was going to the Team Star fighting base. And on the way there, just happened to find a shiny Oranguru in the bamboo forest. So that's neat. And that was a full odds shiny. Don't have the shiny charm in that game. Been a while since I've seen Poltegeist. It's all about Polchuggeist these days, Clavel. Come on, get with it. Or, actually, it's about Sinistra, but still, get with it. And what fun status are you going to give us? Paralysis, of course. Well, I do have a way to get through that. Let's tear it down. I'll use Psychic Fangs again just in case it tries to set up another Aurora Veil. And I'll use Psychic Fangs again. Or wait, is this his last Pokemon? It is. Which means he's going to terrestrialize it into a water type. Pure water type, that is. Which I guess means Psychic Fangs won't be super effective, but it'll still be effective. Oh, would you look at that? Clavel gets to see another one of my Pokemon. His Quaquaval would be a lot scarier if he had used an ability patch on it, I gotta say. Yeah, Sinistra. Also, hey, my Metagross has hit level 100. If anyone asks how the battle went, just tell them I lost. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, yeah, because it's true. You did lose. You lost badly, actually. I think I'll tell them that part. The Pokemon you have raised certainly are treasures of inestimable value. Ah, but how very careless of me. I almost forgot that I have something to give you. A good friend of mine wanted you to have this as a token of his thanks. Oh, you mean you? You wanted me to have it? It's a rather trendy item of headwear, you know. Why, I'm almost tempted to procure one myself. Ah, yes. Because you don't have one. Anymore. Fine, I'll look at it. Okay, so gloves. Somewhere in here, we will find the champion gloves. Somewhere in here. Maybe all the way at the bottom. Not all the way at the bottom. Elite gloves? Is that what they were? Yeah. You know what? Sure. And then... Yep, that sure is a thing. Wish it came in other colors, though. Not that it's a match for this character. Actually, no, I don't like how black gloves look on this outfit. And thus... I gotta find the gloves that I had before. It was not driving gloves, no. Don't think it was leather gloves either. Definitely not fingerless mittens. Were they fingerless gloves? I don't think so. So... Okay, we've gone past it. Whatever they were silver, I believe. Silver was the color that they were said to be. That's what they were. All right. Who would have a conversation with Clavel? I bet Hassel would. And that would get me Hassel's trade. Nope, no talk with Clavel. Instead, talking with Drayton. Why, if it isn't young Drayton, I didn't know you were a member of this club. Mr. Hassel! Your grandfather Drayden informed me that you were forced to repeat a year of school. Several years, in fact. Yeesh, thanks for letting the whole world know, Grandpa. Fine, so I got held back a couple times. It is what it is, alright? Doesn't life have room for taking a stroll on the scenic path sometimes? Indeed, but studying is also an excellent way to broaden said path, is it not? I am not suggesting you should desperately try to live up to the expectations of others. I simply hope that you spend your days as a student in a way that you do not regret later on. I get it, Mr. Hassel, I get it. Please just give it a rest already. I've been told that the students here at Blueberry Academy voluntarily take active roles in various committees and even help run the school. I suppose it's fitting that a new school like this one would also be so boldly experimental. I admit, though, that I personally have my doubts about saddling students with such responsibility. It seems a rather great burden to place on them when they are still so young. Well, youth is the only period of life in which one may indulge in play without a care in the world. In that sense, I worry about you too, you know. Joke's on you, I've been playing this whole time. Please do take care not to overburden yourself with the expectations of others. But I do apologize. As I get older, I seem more prone to offering unsolicited advice. Now, how about we make things more cheerful, with a Pokémon trade, perhaps? Thank you kindly for humoring me. Now, I would like to offer up a fine specimen of an Arctibax. How about you, Garnet? Well, that means that I can't offer him my typical dragon-type trade fodder. Okay, if it wasn't a Stellar Haxorus, I'd give it to him. Instead, you get a Vibrava. You're willing to trade your Vibrava for my Arctibax, then? Vibrava is a fitting Pokémon indeed. I would expect no less from you. I will be sure to take very good care of it. Okay, who would talk to Hassel? Grandpa Hassel! Hello there, Poppy. Are you working hard as a coach? Yes, I am. I know I'm still small, but I'm doing my very, very best. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Poppy. You're but a young child, and yet you're working so hard with all the adults. Such dedication. Oh no, another one of your crying fits, Grandpa Hassel? There, don't cry. I'll give you a hug. It's me again. I came because you asked me to. Schools are such fun places, aren't they? I've never been to school and classes and stuff before. All the classrooms and the teachers, it's so exciting. She's so young, she has yet to go to school. And she's already better than her own league's champion. Do you think I'll ever get to go to school like other kids? Yeah, you're right, miss. I think I'm a bit different from other kids. It makes me worry sometimes. Thanks for cheering me up, miss. And this should polish off Geeta. And I bet she talks to Poppy. Yup. Geeta! Why, hello, Poppy. What can I do for you? I'm making a drawing of you, Geeta. A drawing of me? That's right. Once I'm done coloring it, I'll give it to you. Oh, Poppy. Do you know the size of the paper you're using? I must order a frame for it immediately. Oh, I'm not sure. If I may, Champion Garnet, I can't help but notice that you seem to often be here at Blueberry Academy in recent days. Please forgive me if I'm being paranoid, but you are not considering moving here to Unova from Paldea, are you? Unova's not bad. I will, of course, respect your decision, but personally, I very much hope you will stay in Paldea and be an inspiration to the people there. You are a guiding light that shines upon all of Paldea, after all. I have a proposition for you, Champion Garnet. I want to demonstrate to you just how much I depend on your presence. Perhaps a Pokémon trade between the two of us would help. I will be trading a Glimmet I caught in Area Zero. I hope through this trade you can somehow show me what you truly feel. Oh, you want me to show you what I truly feel, huh? What I truly feel. What I truly feel. The thing that I feel most truly. Have a Lechonk. Let me just make sure this Lechonk isn't special. Ah, okay. It's not special. Got it in a Wonder Trade. Oh. Fine then, let me find something else I truly feel. I would give her a love disc because it's worthless, but she might take that the wrong way. Have a Shroodle. Dang it. Have a Tarantula? Dang it! All the stuff that I want to give her that shows how little I think of her isn't my ID. I know, you can have a worthless, not even artisan teacup that is cracked in places. There you go. You will trade your Sinistea for my Glimmet, then? Thank you for trading with me. I'm very curious to see how you raised this Sinistea of yours. I didn't. I crammed it in a quick ball and then left it in a box until I gave it to you. I don't think I've had Rika and Gita together, have I? I don't think so. You seem to be smiling a lot more often these days, Rika. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Kind of a creepy thing to mention out of the blue. I do beg your pardon. I simply assumed you were in a good mood, seeing as you now get to meet your favorite trainer more regularly. What? I don't know what you're going on about. Old Rika doesn't have favorites. Of course, I'm sure you don't. Hey, look who's talking. You seem to have a real high opinion of her too, boss. Oh my, it seems I've been found out. Sheesh, just don't steal her away from Nimona. She'll throw a fit. I'd prefer to avoid that. I'll keep your advice in mind. Last time I was here, I was basically babysitting the boss. She may seem all professional and perfectly put together, but she can be super absent-minded sometimes. Someone's got to look after her. You got that right. I mean, it figures. We've been working together a long time. But yeah, she definitely needs a hand. I've even caught her, more than once, showing up to work with Glimmet tangled up in her hair. Oh, don't tell the boss I told you that, yeah? She'd give me the scolding of a lifetime. Rika. Rika! She's right there, Rika! Let's keep it between you and me, okay? Sorry, keep what between you and me, huh? Is there something that we're keeping between us? Is there something between us, Rika? Like, from a camera angle to my right and your left, would there be something between us if we were looking at it through a camera at that angle? And this will finish off Poppy. Rika, I'm so annoyed. Whoa, what's going on? I don't often see you so riled up, Poppy. I came to Blueberry as part of our job, but people keep mistaking me for some lost kid. Oh, come on now, Poppy. You know that's just because you're so gosh darn adorable. Huh? People think you're lost if you're adorable? That they do, Squirt. Haven't you ever heard that old saying? If you adore something, lose it? At least I think that's how it goes. Pretty sure. Ooh, I see. Wow, you're real smart, Rika. I don't think that's the saying, but we'll roll with it. Hi, miss. How old do I look to you, miss? Hey, I'm not that much of a baby. I mean, my character is like 12 tops, and you hardly come up to her waist. I'm 9 years old. That's old enough to go to Uva Academy if I wanted to. But my Pokemon are too strong. I didn't want to go to school because I was afraid I'd scare the other kids. And then Gita said I could join the Elite Four. But then I saw the students here at Blueberry Academy and I realized something. I'm not a weird kid, I'm just really good at Pokemon battles. So next year I'm going to be an Elite Four member and a student. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. I mean, yeah, I'm a student at UVA Academy, and look how much I trounce everyone there. I'm also better than you. I don't know why you had to come to this school to figure that out. I can't wait to start studying at UVA Academy. But I think I need to practice making friends. So do you want to trade Pokemon with me? Thanks. I think I'll trade Tinkatuff. Which cutie are you going to trade? Which cutie indeed. You know what? You could stand to have a Beldum. Everyone who uses steel types could stand to have a Beldum. So let's give her one that tears into steel, if we can. Okay, I've got two that are basically identical, so I don't have to worry about giving up the no good. So yeah, there you go. Have a Beldum. So, are we going to trade your Beldum and my Tinkatuff? Beldum is a real solid Pokemon. It's the best. Metagross is the best, but you know what? You're close, and you're right about it being real solid. I'll take extra good care of it, miss. Time seems like she'd be good with kids. Oh, you know what? I bet Rhyme would also have something to say to Poppy, but... meh. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet all of you Blueberry students. My name's Time, and I hope we can all enjoy learning together. Nope, they don't talk to each other. Here you are, Garnet. I'd heard the talk about you going to study at Blueberry Academy. You've certainly been working hard, haven't you? Even becoming a champion here. You've really made me proud, doing such outstanding work. Please feel free to call on me anytime you'd like to borrow me or ask for a bit of help. Well, I like that enthusiasm. I'll be excited to hear from you. I'm sure you've got plenty to juggle with your club and your adventures, but don't forget to occasionally hit the books as well. Oh my, Garnet again? Perhaps you're hoping for a battle? Well, I'd be delighted to square off against you, but don't go too hard on me, alright? Sorry, I'm leading with Metagross. You're out of luck there. I see you've explored the terrarium a little. Finally, something that isn't weak to Earthquake. Or, not to Meteor Mash, rather. It is weak to Earthquake. Earthquake is what I'm using. On the subject of things weak to Earthquake.
We aren't defeated if our team's value isn't yet 0.
The product will be a rock type. So I suppose it can be argued that this rock type is square.
Your potential seems to be infinite.
But how big of an infinity is it? Is it as big as the infinity that you get by, say, having an infinite stack of $1 bills? Or as big as the infinite dollars you get by having a stack of $20 bills? They're both infinity, but one of them is clearly a larger value of infinity. In much the same way that the set of all real numbers is a larger infinity than the infinity comprised by the set of all integers. They're both infinite. But some infinities are bigger infinities than other infinities. We really need to specify here.
Garnet, that was great. You really do have formidable battle skills. I don't know that I would have been able to beat you even when I was at my peak. How about a little reward from your teacher? Ooh, more Herba Mystica. I like those. I'd be delighted if those came in handy for you on all your many adventures.
Okay, just because we know they have to have a conversation together.
Rhyme, how are you, dear? Have you been wearing that cardigan I knitted for you? Sis, you know I'm the MC of RIP, right? You really think a beige cardigan goes with, you know, my entire image? Oh, where's the harm? We're both old ladies now. And it's awfully cold in Montenevera. Don't you know that the cold is a killer for the elderly? Okay, fine. I'll wear it when I'm off the clock. Oh, I'm so glad. You'll have to send me a photo of yourself wearing it. Promise me.
Alright, at least they have some sisterly care for one another. And now... yeah. Get Dendra. Someone we haven't battled yet. Os, let's do this. It's the one, the only, the hot-blooded Dendra. Let's set our fighting spirits ablaze together. Not surprised they don't talk to each other, but still. Os, new kid. So you're the one who invited me here, huh? A new challenge in a new place. I'm all pumped up and ready to get going. But there must be a reason why you chose me, of all people, to come all the way out here. Go on, then. What do you need from me, new kid? Sure. We've got some students here at Blueberry Academy who could stand to be influenced by someone with obvious drive. You know, some students who just drift through the day, slumped over their desks, who could really stand to have a little role model in terms of gumption. You know, just some students like that. Some students who slump over their desks. I see. Well, you've got the right person, new kid. That's my specialty. I'll bring the ocean surrounding this school to a nice boil with my hot-blooded battling. In any case, I'll do my best. Leave it to the hot-blooded Dendra. Don't worry, you're in good hands, like Hariyama's hands. You know how tough those are. Os, new kid, do I smell an invitation to battle? Well, that's an invite I simply can't turn down. Come on, I'll race you to the battle court. And there's her new blueberry Pokemon right at the start. I'ma bite it. Psychically. Fire Tauros. The worst kind for Metagross, but also still weak to Psychic. All else being equal, we click Meteor Mash. I don't like that confusion. Okay, you know what? Fine, you've convinced me. I'll swap out. I hope you like fish. Axe Kick has a kept going and crashed if it misses? That's not what an Axe Kick is! Oh, and what flavor of Tauros is this one? Water Tauros, okay. Watch her team just have all 4 different flavors of Tauros. That would be kind of amusing. And victory is assuredly ours. Feel like she could have used more flavors of Tauros. That might have been the most os I've seen from you yet. Os! Oh, that stings, and you really trounced me too. But hey, at least I learned a lot. I'm gonna take this experience and win next time. Thanks for everything, new kid. Here, take these as a token of my gratitude. Have your Pokemon chug some protein so they can smash through their limits. Os! Yeah, let's get Rika in here. Finish off the entirety of the Pokemon League. It's fun teaching the students here, but I'll be honest, all the thinking's tiring sometimes. I gotta switch to, like, my professional mode, you know? It's exhausting. Slap on those glasses to look all sharp and everything. They're just for show, to be honest. I don't need them to see. You saw me in professional mode, right? For the interview thing? Which do you prefer, professional mode Rika or Rika as is? I mean, I do like the glasses, but whatever you're more comfortable with is what you should go with. Ooh, that's so? Then when I'm around you, I'll loosen up as much as I can and just be myself. Anywho, I'll keep what you said in mind. Would she have swapped to glasses all the time if we had said professional mode? Hey, we're talking an awful lot these days, aren't we? I feel like we're getting to know each other pretty well. Why don't we do something to celebrate? Oh, I know. Why don't we trade Pokemon? Great, that settles it then. Now old Rika's gonna put up a whooper to trade. What you got for me? What have I got for you? You could use a Sandile. So, you ready to trade your Sandile for my Wooper? I like Sandile. I like it a lot. I'll take good care of it. Promise. You better mark today on your calendar. It's a special day when you get to trade with old Rika. Well met, Miss Garnet. I wanted to ask, has anything in particular been wearing you down here at Blueberry Academy? For instance, Director Serrano, has he been bothering you with his unreasonable requests? I see. Well, that's reassuring. You know, Director Serrano and I studied together at the same university, a long time ago now. Right from the start, I found myself rather at the mercy of his whims. This state of affairs continued even once I had been appointed as director of our academy. He said to me, "Veli, you need a dash more dignity about you, a lofty air. Try wearing some premier balls at your waist. That'll do it." Well, I suppose it's my own fault for going along with these ideas of his. In any case, please don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help. I wonder who the last three are going to be. Is it going to be like Arvin, Nimona, and Penny? Be kind of weird to invite them after all of these people who are actually, like, employed. But I guess it would make some sense. A word, Miss Garnet. You see, I recently decided to get a case for my Rotom phone. Now tell me, did I put it on right? I mean, it looks like you put it on right. Why not ask the Rotom, though? I bet the Rotom knows. I mean, these two are irrelevant. He's asking us a specific question that we need to answer. Thank goodness. This is the very first time I've attempted something like this. I searched everywhere to get my hands on it, you know. As it turns out, the Flabebe flower case is sold only in Cascarafa. I'm quite pleased that I was able to find it in the end. Pardon me? We're making this place my nurse's office while I'm here, right? Psst, Sagu, did you try the, Are you referring to the Kanto Crepes limited time dish, the Banana Deluxe Crepe? Yeah, but wait, are you okay discussing it out in the open like this? What if someone hears? A certain student urged me to no longer be so hush-hush about my love for sweets. I've decided to embrace my sweet tooth. I will no longer be ashamed. Oh, that's great. So that means the next time we go on a sweets tour, you don't need to go out in disguise. Indeed, I'm free to enjoy fine sweets in my regular attire. I don't think the disguise did much anyway. Not too many people are built like you. I knew it. I figured you were the one who called me.
I was super surprised when I got told this stuff about a work trip all of a sudden. Can you believe they're having me teach my first class ever here instead of back home? Easy for you to say. You're not the one teaching the class. Oh, what am I saying? You got me over here, so I'll do my best to make the most of this. It'll be the nurse's office, Blueberry Academy style. What's up, Garnet? Do you want to battle me or something? For sure, I'm not busy doing anything anyways. I'll go to the court with you. Oh. Well, time to tear that reflect down. Sure, it won't be very effective, but it tears down the reflect. Does Hypno not have any defense? I mean, sure, there's also the level gap to consider, but still. And reflect is back up. Should have brought my fish. That one knows psychic things too. Something tells me a Flare Blitz will still do pretty well through this reflect. Yeah, Flare Blitz will do fine. Right. That thing is not a water type, but it gets some water type moves, what with being an eel. But hey, we just need to hit it one more time and then it's gone. And reflect gone. Well, there's a good target to trade my Arcanine for. Flare Blitz will get rid of both of us. Well, clearly I made the right choice bringing out Ursaluna. Now,
Is she going to terrestrialize this thing into water or poison? I'm guessing it's gonna be poison. Because after all, some medicines would be poisonous in certain doses, and proper use of poisons can also have medicinal effects, and yup, it's poison. Sorry, but I'm not making contact. Oh, come on. You don't have to go all out like that. I mean, Miriam, you got to see 3 of my Pokemon. That's more than most people get to see. You kids are always going all out. I can't keep up. Especially you. You're way too strong. You gotta learn how to hold back a little bit once in a while. Well, since you beat me, I'll teach you this cool pose. I think that pose is on its way out, but it's not quite in cringe territory yet. Use your best judgment on when to whip it out. Okay, how about right now? Oops. Right, I need to hit up. Where is it? I guess it's not in here. I guess it is for camera mode, huh? Ah. Okay, then. You know, I remember when Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out, there were a lot of people using the similarities between Miriam and Iono's hair to say that the two must be related. And, like, people were using the same thing to say, oh, everyone that we meet in Hisui is someone in the modern games' ancestor because they have the same hair. As if hair is inherited, down to the hairstyle, genetically inherited across hundreds of years. Like, yeah, in some of their cases, yes, absolutely, sure, they're probably in the same bloodline. In other cases, it's just like, things are allowed to be a reference without implying relationship. But, since these two have similar hair and are alive at the same time, people have said that, oh, they must be related. And if they were, wouldn't they have a conversation with one another, don't you think? I sure think so. So this right here, I am willing to call proof that these two are not in fact related. Turns out, two people who live in the same region can have similar hair without being related. What a concept, I know. Now, is there anyone that I haven't called in that Iono might talk to? Mr. Walksabout. They actually do talk to each other. Excellent. I'm extremely sorry for causing you so much trouble. Oh, it's quite all right. I rather enjoyed the whole affair. Still, if I'd known you were the distinguished director of Paldea's prestigious academy, I'd never have roped you into a live stream. Let alone given you a silly nickname that I repeated a lot.
Ah, you refer to Mr. Walksabout, I presume.
Yes, that one.
Well, I actually thought the name Walksabout was rather charming and whimsical. I cannot deny it was an excellent moniker. You clearly have an aptitude for naming things.
But please, stop taking this so well. I'm gonna faint from sheer embarrassment. I'm glad that they had a little conversation about that.
I wanted to talk to you about your exchange studies, Miss Garnet. Thanks to your presence here at Blueberry Academy, I've been able to visit more often. Observing other schools firsthand can be instructive in all sorts of ways, you know. Right now, I'm considering how we can adopt the best aspects of this school at our own academy, and would appreciate your input on the matter. So, what do you like best about Blueberry Academy, Miss Garnet?
The terrarium. The terrarium. Build us a terrarium.
Oh, very interesting. It's certainly true that the terrarium is ideal for observing Pokémon in their natural habitats. Of course, I do not believe that Paldea's own rich nature can be found wanting in that regard.
Yeah, but it's not controlled and it's spread out across a much larger area. The terrarium is good because it's smaller and more controlled and all of that. It's a much better and safer place for you to send students than out into the wilderness.
Well, in any case, duly noted. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Talking with you like this reminds me of your very first day as one of my students. That was the day I gave you your first partner Pokémon, Huecoco. I believe you've found many treasures of your own since then. Would you consider sharing one of those with me in the form of a Pokémon trade? Much obliged. In that case, I shall offer you a Palmo from my side. What Pokémon will you choose, Miss Garnet?
Have a deerling.
So you would like to trade your deerling for my Palmo? Thank you very much for trading me your deerling. I will treasure it and raise it with all due care.
Okay, now we got nothing but teachers. Well, since we'll get a trade out of him right away.
Allow me to share some good information with you, Miss Garnet. You can find the cream Pokémon Milcery in the terrarium.
Believe me, I already know.
Not only is it adorable, but it also emits a sweet fragrance. It's hard to put into words just how lovely it is. Are you aware of the peculiar way in which one gets Milcery to evolve?
Yeah, you give it a candy and spin around.
That is indeed correct. Have you by chance tried this yourself already? If you want a Milcery to evolve, put it in your party and spin around a few times. When you do that, its cream gets whisked around and it causes it to become a fluffy Alchemy. But don't forget to have your Milcery hold on to a sweet item before you attempt this. And be aware that Alchemy's form will change depending on the sweet it was holding, as well as the way you spin around. To get my alchemy looking the way she does, I had to fine-tune my spin with absolute precision. You know, the only reason I was able to meet my alchemy was because you called me here. You must have met plenty of wonderful Pokémon on your travels, no? Why don't we have a trade? A Pokémon from you could do much to enlighten me about your journey. I'll trade my Hatchram. What about you, Miss Garnet? I'll trade something food-related. Eggs, which are actually seeds, but we'll pretend they're eggs. So, you'd like to trade your Execute for my Hatchram, yes? Why don't we get a convergent evolution type Pokemon that is Execute, but actually eggs? I feel like we should have gotten that. And then it evolves into, like, some kind of big multi-headed bird or something. So it's like Exeggutor, but bird. Yes, I feel like I have a newfound appreciation for all the adventures you've been on. I thank you for the trade, Miss Garnet. I trust that your culinary training has been going swimmingly since we last spoke? Actually, I reached my goal, so I'm taking a break from my training. Oh, is that so? In that case, all is well, I suppose. If you ever need assistance in your culinary pursuits, I'm just a shout away. Just let me know when you are ready to begin your training again. You'll help me train? You sure? Well, no time like the present. Let's get started. I want to do some squats, but need some extra weight. Why don't you get on my back? Have you been listening to anything I've been saying? Outlander, ask Togepi how hatching a Pokemon that is actual eggs would work. Hey, new kid, man, that terrarium sure is something. It's kind of like the blueberry version of our own academy's schoolyard, huh? All that open space is so liberating. It's perfect for long-distance running. For my next class, I'm thinking of having everyone run a lap around the terrarium. What do you think? I don't know, it's a bit much. Also, like, the border is not all solid. There's water around there. You're right, it might be a bit much. Guess I'm just itching to go for a run. Oh well, okay, fine. Just half a lap then. Yeah, half a lap you can do on the land. So, I'll see you there, right? Of course I will. And I bet Dendra and Miriam have something to say to each other. They sure do. Thanks for that sandwich you made me, by the way. It was all right, I guess. Not too bad. Really? Yes! I'm so happy you enjoyed my cooking. It must have been real tasty seeing how you were crying tears of joy and everything. I wasn't that happy. Pump the brakes a little, Dendra. So, when's the next, meal? Huh? Well, I mean, I'm done with my sandwich training now. Huh? Done? Just like that? Do you maybe want to make some sandwiches together sometime? No way! Miriam's handmade sandwiches? I'm so pumped, I'm gonna work up an appetite starting now. We're making them together. You better do your part too, Dendra. Hey Garnet, you won't believe this. I had my first class ever, and I managed to screw up already. Get this, the actual, class went perfectly. But then I finished my lesson and realized I was in the wrong classroom the whole time.
Wow, that's a big mistake.
I think they were having study hall or something. Then I go marching on in and start teaching health lessons. They must have thought I was crazy. No, let's change the topic. Just thinking about it makes me want to hide in a hole. I should just forget about the mess up and keep on marching along.
And let's bring in someone who will get to battle. Hello, hello! It's everybody's favorite biology teacher, Mr. Jacques here, visiting from Uva Academy.
Thank you for always patching me up when I take a tumble, Nurse Mirin. Oh, it's no big deal. I mean, it's not like I'm just gonna stand there when you take a fall like that right in front of me.
Haha, I guess not.
But honestly, you really ought to be more careful, Mr. Jacques. I think the only person who gets more scraped up than you is Dendra.
Ooh, you mean when it comes to injuries, I'm in second place?
I guess I'll need to work hard to reach the top, right, Nurse Miriam? If you're gonna crack jokes about it, you can get scuffed up for all I care. Be serious. Yes, ma'am.
Wow, Garnet, we do seem to keep running into each other lately, don't we?
You're here as an exchange student, right? I'm your homeroom teacher back home, so it only seems fair I come check in on you. Tell me, is there anything you've been pouring yourself into here at Blueberry Academy? Wow, really? That makes your old biology teacher awfully happy to hear. So even in this new land, you're doing your best to toss those Pokeballs and never give up. How about that? Honestly, I was fairly worried about how you might be doing. Unlike that school trip you joined, this time you came all on your own. But it looks like you're having a whalmer of a time here, Garnet. I recognize that look on your face, Garnet. You're hankering for a battle, aren't you? Well, I'd be delighted to be your opponent. It's nice to have the chance to show off my skills now and again. Here's hoping I do okay.
Well, sucks to be that victory belt. Hisuian or standard? Standard. Still gonna get earthquaked, just not as hard. Mudsdale is pretty bulky. I don't imagine we'll be able to one-shot it. But I'm still gonna Ice Punch. Yeah, Outlander, the entirety of Pokemon pretty much is centered around the move Earthquake, at least when you're playing singles. In doubles, you at least have to think more about whether or not it's actually even a good idea. But in singles, there is never a reason not to press Earthquake unless the opponent resists or is immune to it. I mean, sure, there's reasons to press other moves instead of Earthquake, but there's never a reason not to press Earthquake. Aw, poor Jacques almost got to see a Pokemon other than my Metagross. Haha, looks like I lost. You beat me. I really can't stand up to you in battle, can I, Garnet? But I super enjoy the chance to see how you keep growing and developing. I'll be here cheering for you forever and ever. Those are just a little something I thought you might like. Now we can be Glasses twins. I don't want to be. Let's get this trade with Dendra. Man, the students here sure are fired up. Especially the kiddos taking battle studies. They're always in the zone. You know, I heard that you get more credits here for battle-related courses. Maybe that's why they're so on top of their game? I mean, it makes sense. If you're really good at battling, you've got a future as a ranger, as a pro trainer, or working in the league. And of course, you could even become a battle studies instructor like yours truly. Well, battle studies or not, putting your best effort into studying is important. A whole world of opportunities opens up for you if you do. Make the most of your time in school while you can, new kid. Ah, didn't mean to get all preachy on you. You know, I'm kind of curious about you, new kid. Like, for example, what's your name? I don't think I've ever used it before. As your teacher and fellow competitor. I know, what do you say to trading Pokemon so we can get to know each other better? Okay, take a look at the OT when you get it, and learn my name. Alright, let's get started. I've got a Meditite. What about you, new kid? You've already got Tauros. If I had a Cantonian Tauros, I'd give her that, but my Pokemon from this game's decks are currently in my Scarlet. From this DLC's decks, rather. Well, hey, you can have a Komo-o. I bet you'd like that. It's a fighting type. Or maybe you'd like a Conkeldurr. Yeah, let's give up a Conkeldurr. I like that less. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to call it after this trade. So we didn't quite get to all of the trading done. But we did get most of it. And there's still some content left for me to do one more day of streaming this game. And that'll happen tomorrow. A Conch Elder, nice choice. I can really feel its oathness. I'll train it every day and get it nice and strong. Alright, so that is going to be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I'll be back tomorrow to finish out all of the coachy stuff. And also to deal with Team Star, because they've got some stuff going on. And then, with whatever time is left after that, maybe catch some legendaries. See you then, friends.